Stella, do you want to share? Let's start with Stella.
दिदी ठ्याक्कै यहाँ विपिनजीले आई वान्ट लेख्नु भएको छ सो साथीहरूको पनि सुनौँ अनि है त अनि त्यसपछि नबिलाजीबाट जाऊँ सो फर्स्ट विपिनजीबाटै स्टार्ट गरौँ
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, can I start now? Hello, can I start now?
Yes, sure. Let's start.
Okay, I haven't written a good paragraph, but at least I will try. I tried, and I'm going to express it to you. I have written about a year of the pandemic and panic. No one has guessed the virus emerging in a city would affect the whole world. There has been a lot of unpredictable and unprecedented loss of lives. Almost every countries are in the state of lockdown and people are not able to live their normal lifestyle. Mainly the poor are severely affected by this pandemic because they cannot afford for their fooding without working. The problems like hunger, suicide cases are increasing day by day. Factories and industries have been shut down. Economy rate of every country has been slowed down. No one can travel wherever they want. Neither they could meet their relatives and friends. It has been a boring life these days for most of us. The virus is still uncontrolled and rapidly spreading. It has been really hurtful that the scientists are not able to find its cure. So this year has been really a year of pandemic and panic, and we wish we will find its cure as soon as possible, and we will be able to live our normal lifestyle again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, now we have so many. Okay, we have Rohit. Stella, are we? Okay, please, yeah, Rohit, we can start with yours.
Yeah, I was actually trying to write a poem, so let's see how it came out. So, a year when agriculture will flourish. Let Mother Earth take time to nourish. Has life ever been at a standstill? Or is it finally the time to pay our sins bill? But before we depart, let's just have a feast till our tummies fill. Hate mongers, it's a time to take a chill pill. While Grandmaster is roasting turkey on the grill. It's time to take out your new gown with a frill. But before that, wash the dishes with prill. Don't let the dirty water from the sink spill. Meanwhile, I shall be making a hole with a drill. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
दिदी एक सायद अब हामी एकजनाको नेपाली ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा पनि सुनौँ होला आई थिंक सुदीप नेपालीले नेपालीमा लेख्नु भएको छ होला सो लेट्स हियर इट फ्रम सुदीप जी
हुन्छ awesome.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, धन्यवाद सर्वप्रथम त यो अवसर दिनुभएकोमा यहाँहरु सम्पूर्णलाई मैले चाहिँ विल आवर लाइभ्स एभर बी द सेम अगेन लाई नेपालीमा कि हामी फेरि पहिलेकै जस्तो जिउन सक्दछौं त हाम्रो के पहिलेकै जस्तो दैनिकी होला र भन्ने मनोवाद लेखेको छु है कृपया ध्यान दिएर सुनिदिनु होला पक्कै पनि जुन सपनाका लागि केही महिना अघिसम्म हामी हतारिएका थियौं अतालिएका थियौं सायद अहिले हाम्रा मन स्थिर भइसकेका छन् ती सपनाहरू नेतृत्वको भिजेका ओइलाएका छन् तर यो कहिले नसोच्नुस् कि तिनको अस्तित्व सधैँको लागि समाप्त भएको छ ती सपनाहरू फेरि भिजेका गेडागुडीहरूमा जस्तै नयाँ आशाका टुसाहरू लिएर पलाउने छन् अनि तिमी फेरि तिम्रा ती सपनाहरूसँगै स्वर्णिम पलमा पुरानै जिन्दगी जस्तै रमाउन सक्छौ उड्न सक्छौ खेल्न सक्छौ आफ्ना भविष्यका रंगीन कल्पनाहरूसँग तर बस ती सब सम्भव छन् त यदि तिमीले आज सधैँ अरूलाई माया बाँड्दै आएको मनले आफैलाई मायाले बेर्यो अनि ख्याल राख्यौ भने हस् धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद. ओके, नेपाली मा पढ्दाखेरि चाहिँ एकदम अझै त्यसको छुट्टै मिठास आउने. So I want to say this again. Language is just a vehicle. You can express yourself in Nepali. You can express yourself in English. It's up to you. So कसैलाई इङ्ग्लिसमा गर्न मन छैन, म नेपालीमा लेख्छु भन्ने छ भने नेपालीमा लेख्दा पनि हुन्छ. So thank you so much, Sudeep Nepalji. We can take, I think, 2 more writings, and then after that we'll go ahead. We have a lot of people. Okay, Pralisha, you can go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, I want to start. I want you to know that a lot of my friends stress on the fact that if times had been normal and the naughty COVID-19 hadn't come knocking at our doors, we would have graduated by now. But I'm not really looking at it the same way. A part of my heart, unfortunately, is happy about the lockdown because I'm getting to spend time with my little brother who teaches me to play madal every day. I wouldn't pose with imperfect yoga stretches with my sister, and I wouldn't see my mom comb her hair every day and put on lipstick at a clockwise direction every day if it wasn't for the lockdown. This lockdown has made me a good observer. Tonight, I've planned myself a candlelit room with soft music, open curtains, and dimmed lights for a little me time because I've been a little anxious these days, and this time of unprecedented happenings, loving ourselves is a must. Year 2020 for me has also been a year of travel, not literally, but to the corners of my heart, searching for the things that matters to me the most. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. That was beautiful, Pralisha.
Thank you.
So I think we can take one last. I think Smarika Bhattrai was trying to read hers. She was. We also have formed a group where you can share all of your writings. So many people want to share their writing, and I would love to hear your creative piece. So we have a Facebook group which Stella has shared. So for now, let's hear Smarika.
Hello everyone.
Hi Smarika.
Thank you so much. So I could write something. I don't think it's good, but still I've tried. So I've used the prompt of would I want my life to be same again? So I'll start. My first thought after thinking about it was no, because I'm loving this life. But I just never lived my life this way ever. But then unfortunately, I could see the monkeys around me suffer, my close relatives and my family members being away from home and just having such a hard time to stay alone and with a lot of risks, and that made me go back to reality. Even though many good things are happening, like nature healing and animals being frequently fed, unity among people, I think this was much needed to take more. I cannot understand my handwriting. To take more. I'm so sorry. To take a step forward. Lot of hard work, breaking things are also happening at the same time. It's really bothering me and a lot of people. So maybe I want my life and everyone's life to be polished and evolving, and the mass feeling of empathy which is happening right now should be continuing. And maybe we can make our dreamy world come true after after this. So I don't want my life to just stop. Yeah, that's what I've written. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Smarika.
Didi, we also have very enthusiastic participant from Bangladesh, and he willing to share his writing. So we definitely we want you to go ahead.
Okay.
Mohammed, I think it's him.
Okay, we'll just listen to Muhammad ji. Thank you for joining us from Bangladesh. We'll just listen your writing. So I want everyone to just read out what they've written and not, say it's good or just give comments. So please, you can take him as another. You can, yeah, you can read. Is he there, Stella?
Yes, I think he is there. So could you kindly unmute your mic, please? I can see his video in my screen, but yeah,
I
okay.
think yes.
Okay, sir, please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Mohammed Shurian from Bangladesh, and I am loving this session. I was actually I'm a university teacher teaching at IUVAT University, and last 2.5 months it was really a bad time sitting at home and lot of plan we had actually to start the new life, but unfortunately all have been stuck due to COVID-19. And in my country, situation is actually day by day. It's actually patients are increasing every day. Numbers are increasing, and we are actually having a very bad time now, both mentally and also emotionally. We are confined to the room, but during this time I believe for such program it's gonna create a positive vibe and energy to learn something new and to actually come out from this COVID-19 situation. And I believe that this writing session and also this interactive session from the friends of other country will provide an opportunity to share our writing, not only our writing, but also share our feelings that will encourage us to do something better in coming days. And last but not the least, I would say thanks to the organizer for giving me the chance. And I'm looking forward to learn, and I'll share my writing in the group as well for other friends to listen. And one more time, I would like to thank you guys for taking your time and also your energy and your motivation to enlighten us through this session. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. Stella?
Yes.
So are we taking one more or do we continue with the session? I think we can take one more. One last word.
Yeah, we can go
Since we have
ahead.
such a
Okay, Kusumji, you can go ahead. Right?
So, hello everyone. Can I start now?
Okay.
Will our lives ever be the same again? The things we used to do before, those roaming around the city, going to have dinner on our favorite restaurant, driving to the hills and mountains. I sometimes miss the street food, those picnics and movie nights, those riding scooty and going nowhere, clicking pictures on roads and streets, those warm hugs and handshakes of friends, randomly clicking coffee pictures and waiting to post story on our Instagram. those boring classes we used to gossip and end, and the silly little fight with friends. Sometimes roaming to the new road streets and bargaining for the trace we see. Senseless gossip we used to discuss on the way, those scary laughter which used to scare the dog on the street. This pandemic and panic situation is hurting. Everywhere, scarcity and uncertainty is evolving, and I really want to know, will our lives ever be the same again? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. That was beautiful. So I saw Samrat Rayamaji, Sampurna Rayamaji.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you can go ahead, read.
2020 is a year is not a year we sit folding our hands. This is the time we find our real meaning. 2020 is the time we all have been asking for. A family time, time to reflect, time to stay safe at home, time to relax. But no, this is no time to relax. It's time we work harder and smarter. We realize that the whole world is not against us. It's time we rise up and fight for our rights. It's time we rise up and fight for our dreams. It's time we rise up and fight for our dreams. It's time we rise up and fight for our dreams. It's time we rise up and fight for our dreams.
Hello. I think there's some problem with the internet. So I think we'll continue with the session, and thank you so much everyone for reading out your writings. Those were all very beautiful, and you don't have to be a great writer to write. You can always start where you are. Just write however you want to write, and just express yourself. We are doing it to express ourselves. We are taking writing as a therapy, of course, and I'll continue with the presentation now. Is my presentation visible?
Yes, Didi.
So we listened to some writings, and those were all very beautiful. And so why we're writing, why we're taking it as a therapy? So number one, it improves your communication skills. It's proven that writing is good for your communication. It increases your knowledge base, vocabulary, and communication skills, of course. Participants in a study who wrote about their most traumatic experience for 15 minutes, 4 days in a row, experienced better health outcomes up to 4 months later. So this was a study done by Bakey and Williams in 2005, which showed that it helped people reduce their anxieties, especially at these times when you're listening to a lot of news about people dying, about people not getting to eat. When you have so much of bombardment of these news about how many people have died and how many people are suffering from the coronavirus, and especially when you hear that people near you have found to be suffering from coronavirus, or people near to you might get that, might be suffering as well. So there's so much of suffering going on at this time, and writing helps you in those times because you get to know wherever you are in your life. You can journal, like you can read poetry and take a prompt and start there, or you can start with wherever you are, just free writing, and it definitely helps you boost your confidence. Once you start writing, it's not just recording what happened like in a journal, but it's something deep within that. If we do further more rounds of these writings, or I'm sure some of you will share some of your beautiful writings in the Facebook group if you feel safe to do so. then you will, you'll be confident about it more. And I want to tell you that when you share your writings in the feedback section, don't be mean towards them, and just be more positive, and be more compassionate compassionate towards each other, even when you are sharing your writings and giving feedback to each other. So it's a therapy because it improves your communication skills, it helps you reduce your anxiety, stress, and all the stress induced diseases. It helps you become more aware about your mental health. Mental health is very important, and right now people are suffering from depression and anxiety, stress. So in order to manage those things, you need to um, understand that writing is a therapy, and it will help you boost your confidence. Okay, so it's very important to write at this point of time, and it has become even more important than ever. And from my own experience also, I can guarantee you that if you start expressing yourself in the written word, you'll be able to communicate better, and you'll have a more peace of mind. Like before this whole before we went into to the lockdown, I was suffering I was being very emotional at things, and I felt like I was being stuck. But after I started practicing my writing, like going back to what I used to do a lot, and also started taking online courses, it helped me a lot. And now, I'm here sharing with you this practice. So it has had a positive impact on my life. And I'm sure if you do this, then it will also help you manage your feelings, manage stress during this time of the pandemic, of course. And how can you start? So we said that it's very important, but how do you start? So I would suggest you to set aside, 10 to 15 minutes to write. I'm sure some of you feel very, difficult to write. You might think that you are not a writer, or, you don't know how to write well, but it's not a, special set of skill that only some people have and some people don't. Anyone can write. So, and we're doing this to express ourselves, to give a gift to ourselves, and not to publish it somewhere. Or, I mean, you can publish it if you think you have written a good piece. Like some of you were really good, like even in 15 minutes you wrote a very good piece, and you think that you write well. But some of you may not be thinking like, it's a good piece, or I don't write well. But that doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You can take it as a practice that is very free, and you can just be yourself and be loose, and not think of too much about your punctuation or the language. Or you can write in Nepali, like we had Sudeep Nepalji who wrote in Nepali. You can write in your own mother tongue, like whatever you are comfortable in, and you can just set yourself a timer and use prompts. You can read poetry from different sources. If you have a book of poetry, you can go through that and read that, and you can use like a one liner. You can take a prompt, and you can start writing. And another thing which can help you write better is also your word webs or list. I love lists. Like you can not just have like shopping list, but list of different kind of things, which helps you think in a very coherent manner, and you can just flow with your writing through list. Because when you're writing a list, it's not that difficult. And word webs are also very important. They are very useful and handy when you are writing a report, or if you are trying to plan out something. It's very good for your planning when you write through word webs, and lists are important always. So one of the lists that you can try out is write 5 things that surprises me. It could be anything, like just whatever comes into your mind, you just write down the 5 things. And you can also use a lot of drawings and decorate your diary. Like suppose some people feel difficult to express even in paper, because sometimes you might think that your writing might be read by somebody else. So what you can do is, after you write, you can paint, or you can, just write list, just a few words. It doesn't have to be long lines or anything. Just write 2 3 words, just whatever comes into your mind. So only you know what it is. Other people will don't have to know what it is. And you can just make list, or you can make drawings, you can doodle. So doodling is another way, scribbling is another way of expressing yourself, and nobody will also know what you're writing. So if you feel that someone might read what you're writing, so you can draw and make it in a visual representation of your words. Just make list and then draw. So that's another very exciting way of expressing yourself. So just make list or make visual representations of whatever you want to share with yours, like share for like a therapy, or you can show it to your friends or share it on our Facebook group, which is there. So here is another, it's called word web, or some people also call it mind mapping. So if you want to write about something, then you write that word in between, and make a and circle the word, and then you can write benefits of it, or what are the other words that are associated with it. You can come up with this kind of a figure. If you're too visual, if you like making a lot of visuals, then this is a very good thing you can explore out with. Or I love lists. You can write list of things. And so we'll do another short exercise. Here are some fun writing prompts. So you can also refer to these. So 7 things I couldn't tell you, or my life at the moment, I wish I could. 30 things that makes me smile, or I'm grateful for. So these are some of the writing prompts. So like the first one, choose one of the prompts and start writing. So this time we don't have much time, so I'm setting the timer for 10 minutes. Okay, so choose your prompt. Is everyone ready? Yes? Okay, so we'll start now. You can start. Choose your prompt and write as fast as you can without your pen leaving the page. Someone asked me if they could write, if they could type as well, but I would want you to write, because there's a different kind of relationship that you have with your pen and your diary. It's very interesting. Like whenever I write, I really love that feeling when the pen touches the paper and starts writing. It's very interesting. It's very nice to have that relationship with your pen and paper rather than just typing. And when you're typing, another part of your brain starts working, like your right brain, and then you start thinking about the punctuation and grammar. But it's about expressing yourself and not really caring about what writing it correct or writing it effectively, but just writing for yourself. So just start writing whatever prompt you have chosen for 10 minutes, and I'm writing with you as well. So time is up. So if somebody wants to read what they've written.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hi.
My name is Priyanka.
Okay, Priyanka, just read your...
30 things that makes me smile भन्नेलाई चाहिँ नेपालीमा ट्रान्सलेट गरेको छु हैन। 30 वटा कुरा जसले मलाई मुस्कुराउनको लागि मेरो अनुहारमा मुस्कान लिएर आउँछ। So I would like to express my writing. I don't know कस्तो भएको छ, but I have tried my best. जब आकाश सेतो निलो पखेटा हल्लाउँदै नाच्छ म मुस्कुराउँछु जब त्यो आकाशबाट टप टप पानी यो धरतीमा पर्छ म मुस्कुराउँछु जब ती दुई पखेटा हल्लाउँदै आकाशमा नाच्छेचरी म मुस्कुराउँछु कसरी बयान गरौँ कसरी बयान गरौँ म प्रकृति मुस्कुराउँदा म मुस्कुराउँछु मानवताको झोला बोक्ने साथी भेट्दा म मुस्कुराउँछु बाटोमा असहाय बेघर अपाङ्गको साथ दिन पाए म मुस्कुराउँछु के 30-35 को कुरा गर्छौ म तिमी सब मुस्कुराएको देखेर मुस्कुराउँछु के 30-35 को कुरा गर्छौ म तिमी सब मुस्कुराएको देखेर मुस्कुराउँछु थ्यांक यू
Wow, thank you so much. That was beautiful, Priyanka.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I share right now? Hello.
हुन्छ आई थिङ्क अभिलाषा दिदीको अडियो जस्तो छ नेटवर्क
Hey, हजुर. So I will share mine. I have chosen number 5. I am grateful for. I have written a simple one without thinking much. I will go ahead. Life as a roller coaster has thrown many ups and downs since we took our first step on this earth. It has been tough sometimes and delight in another, yet there are countless reasons to see the bright side and be grateful of. I am grateful for my parents who had poured out so much love and unfailing belief on me. Their gesture and it took so much time for me to it took me so much time for me to figure out the real me in this confused society filled with unseen rules and stigma. Found so many restrictions underneath the lavish face. Underneath the lavish face of freedom and openness, I had to battle with my thought, with the inner quest of finding who am I. But all these years, I'm grateful for all the faithful friends who had held my hand in distress, all the person who have came in my life and taught me new things. And finally, I'm grateful for my past mistake as it has made me clearer and stronger. I'm grateful for the marvelous nature that always calms the storm in my heart and let me fade into the endless magical beauty of this magnificent creation. Thank you.
Actually, like I've taken references from positivepsychology.com, writing therapy, but I've taken some of the points and the research, and I've also done all these courses from 27 Powers while writing. So this was another writing online writing class which I completed, and I'm doing one with Lisa Jones. They're all American writers. They're all amazing. And Diana Sherman, she is the one who experiments with a lot of paintings and drawings with journaling. So that's another very interesting form of creative work that she's been engaged in. And I have benefited a lot from all these courses and all these links, so I've kept that in reference. And if you want to start sharing your works, then please log on to this group called Unleashing Creativity. So you can join this group today, and we can form a community of aspiring writers who can express themselves during this time freely. And I want you to be very free when you it's a private group. You can feel free to express yourself. And also when you give feedback or comments to someone, don't be very mean to them, because they're sharing it from a very vulnerable place. They could be weeping or crying when they're writing that, and they have that courage to share that in publicly. So let's be very supportive of them and also respect whatever they've written. So whenever you write something, I want you to keep that in mind. So that's all for today. Thank you so much, everyone. 2025 5 people here still staying with us. Thank you so much. It was amazing to have a session with you. I've enjoyed a lot during this session, and I hope that you've enjoyed the session as well. I would love to hear from you. Now, I think I would give the mic back to Stella. Thank you so much, Stella, for encouraging me to do this. You've been a wonderful host. Thank you so much, Global Peace Foundation, for organizing this. Without your support, we would not have had such an amazing session with so many enthusiastic participants. Thank you so much, and have a great day ahead. Keep writing and keep inspiring each other. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you so much for your insightful session. I think lockdown को बेला हाम्रो माइन्ड पनि धेरै लकडाउन हुन नदिकन आजको यो अनलिशिङ यो क्रिएटिभिटीको सेसनले पक्कै पनि हामी सबैजनालाई एउटा नयाँ मोटिभेसन नयाँ इन्स्पिरेसन दिएको छ. We are really grateful for having you here, and also towards I'm very grateful towards everybody, all our friends joining from Nepal and from abroad who have taken out their time. Your enthusiasm is really inspiring. Also, I would like to add that I have shared the feedback form with you in the chat box. So please kindly fill it up, and then you'll get your certificates as well. अनि फेसबुक ग्रुपमा पनि साथीहरूलाई जोडिनु हुन आग्रह गर्दछु. फेसबुक पेजको पनि सायद लिङ्क च्याट बक्समा सेयर गरिसक्नु भएको छ र फिडब्याक फर्म चाहिँ नबिर्सिकन फिलअप गरिदिनु होला. एन्ड वी विल मेक स्योर कि अबको आगामी सेसनहरू पनि यस्तै अझै इन्ट्रेस्टिङ इन्साइटफुल इभेन्ट्सहरू गराउँदै हामी फेरि फिर्ता आउनेछौँ. र यो भन्दै साथीहरूलाई तपाईँहरूलाई केही कमेन्ट्सहरू दिन मन छ भने पनि यु क्यान युज द च्याट बक्स एन्ड फिडब्याक फर्ममा पनि एकदम मजाले लेखिदिनु होला. भन्दै आई थिङ्क we had a wonderful time together. Time यति छिटो गएको थाहा नै भएन है. सो आज रियलाइज भयो राइटिङ इज इन्डिड अ थेरापी भनेर. सो थ्याङ्क यू सो मच अभिलाषा दिदी. आजको यो चिसो एकदम रेनी वेदरमा पनि दिदीको सेसनले हामीहरूलाई एकदम हुन्छ नि सनसाइन दियो, एउटा वार्मथ दियो. सो आई अन बिहाफ अफ ग्लोबल पिस फाउन्डेसन नेपाल एन्ड myself and all the participants who are here today, we are very grateful. Sabajana, please take care, stay home, stay healthy, and we will be back again with other sessions as well. म फेरि एकचोटि च्याट बक्समा फिडब्याक फर्मको लिङ्क पनि सेयर गरिदिन्छु, कृपया फिलअप गरिदिनु. र अपकमिङ अपडेट्सहरूको लागि चाहिँ ग्लोबल पिस फाउन्डेसन नेपालको फेसबुक पेजमा पनि साथीहरू कनेक्टेड हुन सक्नुहुन्छ. म पेजको पनि तपाईँहरूलाई यहाँ लिङ्क सेयर